When doing my daily doom scrolling, wasting hours of my life laying in bed, cycling between different social media apps, trying to feed my fried dopamine receptors, I came across an interesting meme, which for some reason I didn't save, so I don't have it. Here's my insanely artistic recreation of it. But it was pretty much saying that like 50% of men between the ages of 18 and 25, which is the Gen Z demographic, have never approached a woman in person. So I did what all YouTube commentary YouTubers do. I googled articles that supported my opinion and ignored the ones that didn't. What I came across pretty much said the same exact thing, that around 40 to 50% of men that are between the ages of 18 and 25 have never asked a woman out IRL. Which sounds about right. I have never asked a girl out in real life, and it's not because I'm a loser, a little bit, but I can assure you, a lot of you watching this video right now have also never approached a woman in real life. You're watching a video that has a Wojak on the thumbnail. Let's be for real for a second. But anyways, there seems to be this huge misconception on why young men don't approach women in real life scenarios. The biggest complaint I see from men is that women have too high of standards, so approaching them will only result in rejection or embarrassment, so they don't try. I think that's cope. The reason why men don't approach women IRL is because they are scared. That's it. And there's a bunch of reasons for this, a lot of it pertaining to social media, which I think overall it has made dating significantly worse. And not just for men, but for women too. I know men don't like to hear that because on things like dating apps, at least women can secure dates with people, have intercourse with people, something men desperately crave. Shoot, even a hug would suffice. A lot of men struggle even getting a match with someone who isn't an OF bot or has the same hardware as them on these dating apps. So I understand why men have no sympathy for women when it comes to online dating and the struggles they might face. But it isn't all roses and sunshine for them. Nothing ever really is in life. Circling back to my original point, men don't approach women IRL because they are scared. Social media has over-exaggerated everything to the point in which approaching a woman in real life will land you in jail and ruin your life. Obviously that's not the case, but if you're chronically online, you might think so. This is where a lot of men get stuck in their own head. They see all these street interviews of dudes asking girls questions on Venice Beach, most likely wasted, and the video being heavily edited to get a viral clip of these girls saying the most outrageous things, having the highest standards. Do you honestly think that every woman is only entertaining men who are 6 feet tall, who make 6 figures and have a six-pack? If your answer was yes, you need to stop watching Andrew Tate and touch some grass. I don't know if it's because I will live in the real world and work at a job that regularly has young people coming in, but I see all the time of couples who couldn't possibly exist if you thought every woman had ridiculously high standards. Your average person will be with an average person. The reason why you're single most likely is because you don't throw up enough shots. And dating apps don't really count. Messaging and Instagram cosplayer doesn't count either. What I'm saying is that men don't try enough. Even on dating apps, men give like no effort. I have seen profiles of men who have like 2-year-old photos of themselves posing in front of a dirty mirror and the cringiest caption known to man. And yes, women also often don't put a lot of effort in their dating profiles either, but they have the luxury of not doing so. I will say this, it's not all men's fault obviously, especially on dating apps because they are designed to keep people single and on the apps. Even if your profile is smacking and very appealing to women, you probably won't see a huge amount of success, just suck in general, especially for men. But men just don't give any effort when it comes to dating. Like I already mentioned multiple times, a lot of young men have never asked a woman out in real life because they have this preconceived notion that they will be rejected no matter what. And this isn't a video of me saying that you should start approaching women in real life in a dating aspect. I truly don't care. I'm just trying to address that you can't complain that you're single because women this or women that, but you don't even talk to women in person. 20 years ago, the way you started dating with people was because of in real life interactions. That's all they had. Another thing I'll throw out there on why men have such a hard time approaching women IRL is because they hold themselves in such a low regard and put women on a pedestal. They don't have a lot of respect for themselves because they think they are a loser, so any woman is pretty much out of their league. I even see a lot of average dudes who won't approach an average woman because they think they have no shot. I think social media and dating apps has really done a lot of damage in that aspect. I should also mention, this is probably the main reason why I don't approach women IRL, a convenient excuse that you can use to look like the good guy. It's that I don't want to bother women out in the wild. I don't want to interrupt a woman's gym session, bother her in the college library, talk to her in the grocery line. I don't want to look like a creep, and I feel like a lot of men also have these same opinions as mine. And I understand that way of thinking comes from insecurities, because there is proper ways to approach women respectfully in these situations. I just prefer not to. There's actually this one thing I personally have seen when it comes to men approaching women in real life that's made me feel bad for women. At the workplace.
In the film.
Oh god.
Just like that. That was, I believe that.
At one of my previous jobs, there was this really attractive girl who worked in the back late nights pulling and stocking shelves. She was one of the only girls who was on the overnight team that did this. It was a huge sausage fest, and men would constantly try to start conversations with her. She was really pretty, like a really pretty girl. I'm surprised she was even working this job. And she always had this annoyed look on her face that men were oblivious to. Either they knew they were annoying her or just didn't care. All she wanted to do was do her job and clock out. That's the main reason why I never interacted with her. I didn't want to be like all these other dudes bothering her, and that's okay. Now, there's one thing I will criticize women for when it comes to this whole dating approach. I know some of y'all been waiting for this. I hate the notion that women can't / shouldn't approach men, aka be the ones who ask someone out. The reason why women don't ask men out is because they usually don't have to. They're scared to approach men, or they just don't think they should have to because of societal norms. I hate it when women say they don't approach men because men don't like a woman who takes initiative. What are you talking about? Yes, some men don't like, how do I say this, very direct women, but usually those men are very shy and don't know how to respond to that. But most men would be fine with that, even if it's a little uncomfortable. Men are desperate. So women giving excuses that they won't approach a man because they're scared or have been rejected before, welcome to the average guy experience. Overall, if you want to start dating or be in a relationship, you have to try. If that's one of your main priorities in life, you have to give effort. That applies to everything in your life. If you want something so bad, you have to exhaust all options. Keep on trying. This isn't a video of me giving advice on how to pick up women or get their numbers. I don't know how to do any of that. I'm just simply saying that a lot of the reasons why your dating life sucks is because you neglect it. Women are not the main problem. They are not your enemies. It's yourself. And that applies to a lot of things in life. You will most likely be the main obstacle in accomplishing something. It's up to you to do something because you are the only thing you can ever truly rely on. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and adios.